have to wait in order for them to know who's that person who killed SenzoMeyiwa. For how long will it take the killer of SenzoMeyiwa? How many people will have to drain through this journey of just for trying to find the truth of what happened to SenzoMeyiwa? Because if we don't open the eyes right now, then we must know that things will even get more worse. The key witness in SenzoMeyiwa's case is dead in a very strange way. What is it going to happen now that he's dead? It takes 8 good years in order for us to see this court starting. It takes 8 good years, which family members of SenzoMeyiwa, friends, and football fans, they have been waiting just for them to get to see who killed SenzoMeyiwa and what really happened during that night. As I always say, it is only SenzoMeyiwa who was going to tell us exactly what happened if he was still alive. Unfortunately, is no more. Now the truth remain behind the closed door of these people who ask the truth. We are here to discuss about that. Today is the weekend, as we always do. This is our appointment where we get to talk about it. For those who are joining us, if this is your first time to be here, feel free, relax, grab your cup of tea. Let's have a conversation. Let us talk a little bit about this whole scenario. Yes, we are talking about the SenzoMeyiwa murder case. Guys, things are getting even more ugly. Things are not even getting interesting anymore, because looking from where we were yesterday with this case and where we are getting into right now, it is very pity to see how people are failing to give the nation the real justice that the SenzoMeyiwa and his friends and everyone deserve to know. Because after all, we do deserve to know what really happened to SenzoMeyiwa in that night. There were many people in the house, and these people, yet they are free out there. And accordingly to the police, these people, they are innocent so far. Regardless of what these people have give as the way they're trying to explain what really happened, all of them, they were like, no, it was 2 men who walked in the house and it was one who shoot and did that. Unfortunately, the police came and give us 5 people, 5 suspects in SenzoMeyiwa's case, who are being arrested right now in jail. And these people, when we look the background or things that they have done, we can tell that these are 2 things totally different, which they have another things that they usually do, other crimes that they usually commit, which has nothing to do with SenzoMeyiwa's death. What is really hiding behind SenzoMeyiwa's case? Today, we sleep and wake up to find out that the only key witness to SenzoMeyiwa's case, the person who was going to come and tell us what really happened from the moment when you arrive on the scene, is no more, is dead. And he died in the, it was reported, according to people who were there, they said that he only complained about a stomach, and the next things is gone. So who knows if they had poisoned him? Because obviously, like, we must not be hypocrites. If we have to speak the truth, this, honestly speaking, they poison him because they're afraid of the truth that was going to say to the court. And now the police They must not just bury him because he's dead. They need to do something. They need to investigate and they see what really happened to him, what caused his death. Small and the next things you're gone. That, especially at this moment, no, guys. I make a video 2 days ago when Avocado Tefo Malisela um, went to the court and asked the court if they can try to speed up the procedure. You want like the court must resume as early as possible because um, according to the next appointment of the court, it was postponed for them to meet on the May 30. So therefore, since on the court he did not give his own date, he asked now the court if they can put it on the 18th, which will be, I think, next week, somewhere there. And the reason why he had to bring that, because they're supposed to meet on the 17th, before the 13th, they're supposed to meet on the 17th, having a meeting. And then it happened that Tefo Malisela got arrested in court. I think you guys saw the videos. For those who have not watched the videos, you can go through my channel. I made some couple of videos about it where I try to explain more things about the arrest, the about Tefo, the way he was arrested in the court. So now, therefore, he went to the court. He asked the court if they can resume the procedure as soon as possible because his witness or accused. Remember, Tefo is representing the defending team of these accused who are in jail. So he then said that they should try to resume as being threatened by the police and is afraid to say that their life is in danger now. And the police are attacking these people and trying to tell them things like, okay, apparently, though most of them, they're criminals who usually killed taxi drivers, taxi owners, so they have already a very bad background. And these people, they have their own enemies, which like any small mistake, your enemies will come and take the advantage and kill you. The moment you are being exposed, especially in the public place like on the TV, they are seeing you in SenzoMeyiwa's case, obviously your enemies can take advantage of that. So now, therefore his missions was to try to make people understand that these people, yes, it is true, they might be criminals, but they are not criminals, the one who killed Senzo. People who kill Senzo, they are still free out there. And it was police's duty or police's responsibility to make sure that he find these people. It was police's responsibility to arrest the right people. The people that police is supposed to arrest, they should be the people that will match with the story that these other people who were in that house when SenzoMeyiwa was killed. Here we're talking about Longwe Twala, we're talking about Mandla, we're talking about Tombi, the mother of Kenyukumalo, we're talking about Zandi. These people, their story that they had told us so far, and the story that police is trying to bring about these 5 suspects, these 2 things are supposed to match. But unfortunately, police stories or police work with what also these people have explained us does not match at all. So for that reason, it makes people raise up the mind now to start understanding like, okay, something is fishy somewhere here. Because when you're looking at the story, like the way they've been telling us, you take someone like a Longo Twala, is telling the story of something that happened behind his back. He says that he was not in the house at the moment when. How did you know how the bullets went from this? What move Senzo made for him to defend this? How can you tell a story when you were not in the house? That it is where it is when people start now understanding that, okay, the crime had happened, and these people took all the time to plan up and come up with an idea so that they'll see what they'll tell us to the truth. Now, here you have Ndlovu, who arrived on the scene of crime as the first official, should I say, police or detector? Detector, yes. He arrived there. He has things that he saw at that particular moment. He have the evidence that he had managed to recruit, judging from the questions that he was asking these people. He had the things that he knew that, okay, something had happened here. And since he was not part of it, they had to put him aside and send another detective. And if you guys remember, on the last appointment in the court, Advocate Tefo Malisela questioned this other detective over and over the same things, and you could see how this detective was busy running out of the word. He could not say much because he was cornered by Advocate Tefo Malisela. He could not say anything much because he was so stuck, like they put him on the corner. They asked him questions and he tried to reply like one, two, three. The third one is stuck. And therefore would even give him the time, like, okay, my lord, let's give him the time. As long as gonna be able to answer this question, then we're gonna move on. And you guys, you saw it, how this detective got stuck and it took all the research and drove that noise. The person who came on this on that at that house, the first person, he had a lot, and this is what he told me. And when I came through, this is what I had to deal with. Now, obviously, all of us were looking forward to get to see Ndlovu coming to the court so that he can also tell us his side of story. What did him find in that house at that day? What really happens? We were looking forward to get to see that. We were not looking forward for us to get the news that Ndlovu is no longer alive. So something has happened. Obviously, so far, guys, you'll understand that SenzoMeyiwa's death is not a normal death, is not an accident as other people trying to make it look, is not a crime as other people trying to make us believe. Instead, it is something that people had prepared. They took all the time. Like a crime had been committed, they took all the time, and that is even the reason why you could see some people keep on insisting why did the Kenny Kumalo had to call Mr. Chwala several times. They have to speak over the phone. What were they talking about? What was going on? You know, people trying to understand about all this because something fishy was happening somewhere there. It could be that they were busy preparing themselves with on how they have to come with a story, or either they have to take all the time to try to contact some uh, people who are working the government or whatsoever so that they can come up with an idea, because Senzo is not like anyone. Senzo is a very big star out there. And remember, the time when Senzo was killed, you know, it was just like on another level because it was doing very good. Whether it is in Orlando Pirates, whether it was in Bafana, the guy was doing very good. But unfortunately, the things happens. So at least what the police, the justice, the government in general, what they can do, it is at least to tell us the truth of who killed SenzoMeyiwa. Yes, we need to know who killed SenzoMeyiwa. Because how come this court have to take 8 good years? 8, guys. From 2014 to 2022. The time when we expecting to get to know what is happening or what had happened during that night, we start now seeing too much dramas and comedies in the court. Police are not providing us with the real evidence. They are bringing some people. People who in the house. They said that it was only 2 men, and yet the police is coming with 5 men. I don't know what is that all mean. And these men, when you look some of them, they were in jail at that moment. So how possible is it that you would have to leave the jail and go and kill Senzo somewhere and go back again to jail? I mean, guys, even yourself come to think of it, that does not make sense. You can't commit a crime while you are being in jail. I'm not trying to defend that these people who are in jail, they're not criminal or what. No, they are criminals. They have their own things that they have done. But guys, here we need to be fair. I mean, we need to be honest. They don't have much to do with Senzo's death. And that was police's responsibility to find out, to find us the real killer of SenzoMeyiwa. Not to go and make up a story and recruit some people or bring some innocent people. You know, in this case of SenzoMeyiwa, how many people they have arrested so far? We're talking about innocent people. Like, they come, they interview you, and if something goes wrong or what, or maybe they go through your phone, they see that, okay, you once spoke with Senzo on this one, they arrest you. They go with you to the police, the next thing they release you. Or maybe they go with you to the court, they send you to jail. After some times they come, they release you. Obviously, you can tell that they were busy trying to recruit some people, trying to arrest some other people so that they will come and present like, okay, guys, here it is. I make a video for those who have not watched it. Please feel free to go on my channel. There's a video where I said about the real truth why Mr. Becky Taylor have to come forward and says that we have arrested the suspect in SenzoMeyiwa's killer. And in that video, there's a video, the time when Mr. Advocate Tefo Malisela was recruited by the family of SenzoMeyiwa and the 5 suspects to go and present them as the defending lawyer. Advocate Tefo gives some of the reasons. He says very well, guys. He says the problem is that Minister Becky Taylor had promised the president of South Africa, President Ramaphosa, that if you nominate me as a minister, I promise you I'll have to arrest or to bring to the court the suspect in SenzoMeyiwa's killer. He had promised him that. And I came across one of the Twitter of one of the ANC member who also confirmed the same thing, that no, Becky Taylor had promised the president in that way. Because before they give you the job, you need to come up with some of the things which you have to put as an assignment which you'll have to fulfill. Like, okay, guys, if you take me today, tomorrow I'll arrest this, or I'll do this, I'll do that. Same as a president. A president, before you get to vote them, they'll come to you. If you vote for me, I'll give you electricity, I'll give you water, I'll give you free education. They'll have to promise you so that people they can vote for him, and tomorrow, if possible, they'll deliver what they had promised. And that is what Minister Becky Taylor had done. He had promised the president that if you give me this chance, I'll arrest SenzoMeyiwa's killers. But SenzoMeyiwa's killers, those 5 guys in jail. Guys, please give me thumbs up. I'll really do appreciate. Like this video. Support me also by commenting. Tell us your thoughts. You know, like the video. I really do appreciate. So, back to what I was saying. He had promised in such a way. Advocate Tefo Malisela insisted, saying that he knows exactly what could have happened. Tefo Malisela, he used to be a policeman. You know, they always said that you can catch a criminal if he used to be one of them. And here, Tefo Malisela knows exactly what these police usually do. Tefo Malisela have a clear idea of the behaviors that police does. So he have an idea already that, okay, in the crime of the Sen, if things happen this way, we usually do this, police will react like with. So he have all those things. And since then, commissioner, should I say police minister, because he's kind of like, it's kind of like trying to reveal the the truth about how police can misbehave sometimes. And for that reason, it become a target. And that is the reason why you guys, you saw how they embarrassed him in court, because they want to take him out. They want to take him out. Now that they failed with the false warrant, they now went to the next key witness in SenzoMeyiwa's case. Politicians will come and tell you that no, Mr. Ndlovu, he was just sick, he had a headache and what. No, guys, it is meant to kill you. They don't make it kind of like you have to sick for 3, 5 days, 10 days. They'll make something very simple, very small to kick you out. By the time when you are dead, they'll buy the media. And once they buy the media will say things that they will tell the media. And that's the reason why you see some of the medias when they're saying, oh, Ndlovu died, they'll be like, okay, the reason what make him die, it's not known yet. We don't know much about it. No, guys, there's nothing for you to know. Obviously, this person had some of the evidence which was gonna help Advocate Tefo Malisela to do good in his court. This person, he was the first detective who arrived in the scene at that time. The first one who had interrogate all the people who were in that house with SenzoMeyiwa. So he was the only person who could have tell us who was lying at that time and who was telling the truth. Now that is not there, what next? What next? Last time when I make a video about when Advocate Tefo was arrested, I came again with this question to know what next. I wanted us to know whether Advocate Tefo was gonna give up on the court. I mean, yes, on the court, on the case, or was he gonna continue? What was gonna happen? And then obviously, we find out the truth. The guy is still in the game, more determined than ever. He want to fight, and I even at the beginning of these videos, I told you how he had written the letter to the High Court so that they can try to resume the court as soon as possible because his witness are in danger. And remember, he wrote this letter with this word on Tuesday, and he submitted on Wednesday. After then, Ndlovu died. So, do you think that Advocate Tefo Malisela was lying? No, he was not lying. He's telling the truth. He's certain sure of what he's saying. That his witness, all of them, they're in a very big danger. And if we don't open our eyes right now, if the court don't try to resume this case quick so that they can find the really kill of SenzoMeyiwa, trust me, guys, these people will finish one by one. Today is Ndlovu. Tomorrow it could be someone else. Even himself, Advocate Tefo Malisela, is in a very big risk because they are also trying to like eliminate him. And these people, they can poison you. They can poison you through the food. They can poison you through a pencil. Yes. Some of these people, they can even poison you through a body lotions, like body lotions. Like the way they poison this guy, this guy from North Korea. You see the way he poisoned his brother at the airport. They just send some beautiful ladies with some lotions. They say, go with these lotions, go and touch his skin. And these ladies, they went there, they pretend like they were trying to seduce him. And the guy look around, like, hey, dude, stop. But it was too late. When they go, they check on the CCTV cameras and they find out that's okay. The guy was being assassinated and they used poison to eliminate him. So now, today it is Ndlovu. Tomorrow it could be someone else. At the same time, South African have been waiting for so long, 8 good years, that they've been waiting for this case. For this case to start, because we are so desperate. We want to know who really killed SenzoMeyiwa. Now imagine these 8 years that from 2014. If a child was born by then, don't you think that that child was going to be in school by now? Don't you think that that child, you can send him or her to go and fetch water in the kitchen or in the fridge for you? After 8 good years, see what now we're experiencing. So guys, we need to open our eyes. We need to, if even if it is possible for us to start doing the strike and marching all over, we can do it because we need to know the truth. Obviously, there's a very big dark hand behind all this. There is someone more powerful who don't want to the truth to come out. Because you are having people like Kenyo Kumalo, she's there. She's not telling us the truth. Longo Twala is not telling us the truth. Zandi is not telling us the truth. Everyone, besides perhaps the two friends. Guys, go and have a look on the interview of these two friends of SenzoMeyiwa, Mantla and who's this? Is it Togozizi? Yes. Go and check the interview. You will see that these guys, they knew something, they know something, but yet they kind of like either they already scary them. Like if you try to speak, you're gonna die. I'm gonna kill you. So maybe they are waiting for the right time for them to tell us the truth. Maybe they are waiting for some guarantee. They just want to wait to be in a very good position where they're being well secured and they can tell the truth. Because of your house. Yes. Because the way things are going right now, obviously, by now everyone now understands that something crazy was happening during that night. Something very demonic. Something that had to do with how these people have to eliminate SenzoMeyiwa and come up with a story. Because now people are dying. And very soon you'll never know who's going to be next again, especially those who are in prisons. Because, in prison nowadays, everywhere around the world, not only here, of course, they can kill you very easy. And someone who have a serious problem with you, they want to eliminate you, they can eliminate you through in the prison. And when they eliminate you there, they will bring it out kind of like, no, he was attacked in the prison. No, he had some problems. In the prison, there's a lot of crimes that are happening over there. They'll make it look like that. And us, we don't need that. Us, we want to know who killed SenzoMeyiwa. We want to know the truth. We want to know the truth. So the justice, they must also do the work. Advocate for Malisela is free man. Of course, he have to go back to the court, but obviously he's gonna go there for bail. But according to what the information that I have in my possession, they might even cancel the whole things because already when they came to arrest him, it was not official. Like the PPD did not allow that. So this was all something like the police, they came up with their own mind and they decide to go and arrest him inside the court. So for that reason, they'll cancel everything. So he's a free man, he's ready to go on with his trial and try to finish his work. But how is it going to be now? Now that Ndlovu is no more alive. Now that the first detective, the one, if you guys look on day one, Advocate Tefo Malisela was more focused on Ndlovu. Whenever he was talking, he kept walking around Ndlovu. Like, no, Ndlovu was there. What did Ndlovu do over again? Guys, please do like the video. I really do appreciate. Just hit that like thumbs. I really do appreciate. Thank you in advance. So you can see that he keep on insisting over and over the same thing. about Ndlovu. Now, Ndlovu is supposed to appear because he was the next witness who was going to stand. The major key witness in this case, but is no more there. So some people they'll be like, oh no, which means Steph is gonna fail. No, you're lying, he's not gonna fail. He's not gonna fail. Actually, for your own information, things even get even more interesting. Things are now more easy for advocate Tefo. Do you know why? Because the detective that he was busy, who took stand last in the last courts, advocate Tefo was winning already. Judging from the question that he was asking him and the way this detective was failing to provide the proper answer and the stuck. So for that reason, courts have noted already. And the only person who was gonna make things tough in case if advocate Tefo Malisela wanted to to be more hard on Mr. Ndlovu is no more alive. He's dead now. So since now he's dead, which means the court is going to consider the testimony or all the report that this other advocate, I mean the detective, the one who was in the court recently, that is what the court is going to consider. That's what the court is going to put on the place so that they can go ahead um, and finish the part of that witness from the detective before they get to move to the next witness. At the same time, guys, don't forget, here we have not started the SenzoMeyiwa case yet. Like, we have not really started the whole things to get to know to the bottom of everything. No. Here the problem is they're still trying to find the real killer, the real suspector, not those 5 guys that you guys saw behind bars. Those ones, according to Advocate Tefo, he says these are just some people that they make story. Police make story so that you will come and tell people what to do. You will come and impose to people like, okay, guys, this is how it's supposed to be. Okay, this is what we have arrested, and these are people who kill SenzoMeyiwa. While we all know that the real kill of SenzoMeyiwa, they are still free out there. They are still free out there. So I can't wait. I'm looking forward. I can't wait to see the look on the face of all these people. I'm talking about Kenny Kumalo, a mom, a sister, the Senzo two friends, Longwe Twala, everyone. I can't just wait to see them in front of Kariniel who will be busy digging them out. I can't wait. So obviously, I see many people will follow down. A lot of heads will be cut off. I see some people will have to chase from the work, like they will lose their jobs. Yes, especially in the police. I see some people they will lose their job in this case. Some people will get arrested. Some people will be pleaded guilty in this case. That one, guys, let's wait and see. We are here. I'll come back and remind you. Because the way things are going, police, they already failed to do the investigations. Politics parts, they're behind all this. World of celebrities, they're behind all this. No one is trying to make things easy for the South African population to get to know the truth. Because Senzo, guys, it's not just like anyone. Senzo was a famous football player. He had people who love him. He had some young ones who were being inspired by him. Whenever he stand in the stadium and people feel like, wow, we're having a goalkeeper there. But why? Why? So I think the one who don't want to be in trouble, they must come forward right now. They must tell us the truth. They must tell us the truth. Because remember, if you go to the court right now, you say, for an example, like, no, guys, okay, I know what happened that night. So this is what happened, 1, 2, 3, 4. The court will look like, okay, since you came, you tell us the truth. Okay, let's find out what you are telling us if it is really if it is the real truth, or if it does make sense. And then if they realize that, okay, you've been telling them the truth, obviously they'll reduce your sentence. And people who've been hiding the truth, that the one will be in trouble. So we hope maybe someone can do like that because, guys, 8 years, 8 years we've been waiting. Now that we are here, we see like the whole this year is going to finish, and it's going to finish without even us starting the SenzoMeyiwa case. Instead, it will be all about Mr. Advocate Tefo as a defending lawyer with his 5 accused. He had that the whole year is going to finish down like that. And obviously, now we're talking about Ndlovu who's dead. Tomorrow we'll be talking about someone else who will die as well. Because then they'll start now eliminating each other. Like if they see you, okay, you know something about this. Okay, before you go to the court, maybe you might go and expose us. Let us eliminate you. They'll start eliminating each other. We know how things works in this country. They'll start eliminating each other. So, guys, we need at least to try to protect whoever we can protect, and try to expose whoever who seem to be part of these criminals that they don't want us to know the truth, isn't it? So I believe that really makes sense. So let's hope, wait and see if the court will resume before the 8th, I mean May 8th, because Advocate Tef Malisela asked for the court to resume on the 18th, which will be next year. So okay, I saw a question coming here. What is my thought if Ndlovu what? All right. So I saw a comment coming in. Of course, my point of view is that now that Ndlovu is no more alive, obviously the case is going to continue because, like enough, there is a detective who had replaced Ndlovu. The detective who came after Ndlovu. Ndlovu was one of the first official officer who arrived on that scene that night. The first person who tried to take a chance to question Kenikumalo, a mother, a sister, SenzoMeyiwa's friends, including this one, Longwe Twala, is the person who tried to question them. So he knows something. He knows something, like, because these all things, the longer it takes, the more the story keep on changing. Like people taking a chance, even people who have an idea of what really happened that time. So Ndlovu is dead, yes, but there is someone who had also given the report to the court. So the court is going to continue with that person because the witness Ndlovu is no more alive. So they are going to recall this same guy, the one you guys saw in the video. I don't know if let me see if I have one video in my phone here. I'm gonna show you now. So this guy, you have to come back to the court and they have to finish up with him. You will be forced this time now. You have to tell us now the truth that you've been trying to hide, because that day already it was well cornered by Tefo Malisela. So okay, I'm not okay. I think I have something here. Okay, I have. Let's see this video. There he is. So this is the guy. He need to come to the courts. I don't know if you guys can see there. There he is. So the image is not that clear, but anyway, I was saying that this is the same guy who will have to come back to court. This time, is coming to finish up the job that Ndlovu is supposed to be doing. Him is going to finish it now. And for those who did not watch the first time when he was in court, he was really crushed by Advocate Tefo Malisela. Like they were really questioning him. Like he could not say much. He could not provide. He was just like, no, me, I went there, I did my job. No, this is what I get there. I don't know much. So since now you don't know much, obviously the court will have to consider what advocate Tefo Maliselo have to present them. So our wish, we just want these things to go quick because we want to know who had killed SenzoMeyiwa, guys. Simple as that. We are not here for the drama, to be seeing drama, who did what, who did this. No, guys. So we just want to know the truth. Guys, have pity for the family, especially Senzo's mother. That poor woman. She even lost a husband while, excuse me, while they are in the procedure of getting to know the truth of who killed the son. Senzo's father died, guys. And you're not gonna come in here and tell me that no, he died because he was sick or what. No. Obviously, sometimes you don't need to be sick for you to die. Because sometimes, do you know why when you go to the clinic or hospital, they always tell you that no, stop stressing, no, stop doing that, stop doing this. Because when you stress, it will create another um, disease, or it will affect your health conditions. And Senzo's father, look at him very well, you'll see you'll see that he really loves his son a lot. Perhaps maybe it's Senzo who always support his family. Like every month you'll send the money for food, every month you'll buy this for the mother or for the father, and all the suddenly you sit, instead of you expecting your son to be in the stadium playing soccer, you receive a call from someone telling you that no, your son is no more alive. Your son has been killed by somebody. How will you feel? Obviously, these things will affect you morally, will affect your health, will destroy you, and that can lead you to get to 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 die because you are no longer normal. And this was the same case with Senzo's father. He died over the stress of his son. So the less you guys we can do is to make sure that the remaining of the family, they can get the truth. They can get to know what happened to Senzo. And not you sit busy killing each other because you don't want to know, you don't want people to get to know the truth about what happened. That, guys, is not something that we should not be proud of. So please, let's hope that everything is going to be okay. Now that Advocate Tefo right to the court, they are going to meet on the 17th so that they will have a meeting and see if both parties they will have to agree, because even though Advocate Tefo Malisela asked for the court to resume early, that does not mean that they will just accept it like that. No. So they will need to consult other parties like the state, and see what is happening. If everything is okay, then they will resume it early. But otherwise, they will have to resume it on June 30. And that is a very long time, and that's the reason why I've been saying to you guys that this court, the way I'm seeing it, it's gonna go this whole year from January to December. We are going to remain on these 5 accused, while the procedure is still very long, because we need to hear from Kenikumalo. She need to tell us, guys, what happened. We need to hear from Longo Chwala. They need to tell us what happened in that house. So with all these things, obviously it's gonna take time. Now, if they don't, like, honestly, if we're still delaying on one person, then I don't know what will happen. Exactly. Me, I think, yes, of course, you will reveal the truth, because they have to. They have to. Because it is either you reveal the truth now, or either you get killed. Serious. Guys, we are here, but we don't know what is happening behind closed door with other people. In this case of SenzoMeyiwa, because as I said, I see many people will go to jail through this what So I see many people will go to jail for all this. Some people will lose their job, especially in the police. I see some head they'll be cutting off. Some people, they'll resign from the positions for failing to do the job, for failing to tell us the truth and protect the lies. Some people, in this case, you'll see. So it is for that reason why they're saying like, okay, if you they know that if they know that you know also something about what had happened, if they see that you can go and expose them, if they see that you are going to the court and tell them the truth, they'll destroy you, they'll break you down. And we are here. Look, Ndlovu is gone, guys. Ndlovu is gone. How come you wake up, you're nice, they see you, you were at work, the following morning you wake up, you say that, no, I'm feeling the stomach, and the next thing, you are gone. Aye, guys, me, I don't buy it. Brigadier Ndlovu, something happened to him. Something happened to him. So if I was his family, actually, this is what I'm thinking. Me, I would suggest his family, they must open a case. Yes, they must open a case. So as soon as they open the case, they'll try to investigate to get to know what happened to Brigadier Ndlovu. Because, you know, if they rush and they bury him like that, they're not really going to know what had happened to him. They must not buy the story of saying that, no, he was sick. He was not sick. The guy was fine. According to his friends, they even says that there's this other one who says that he was with him the whole evening. They were fine. That person also, he needs to be investigated. Because these poison things, as I said, in nowadays, there are now poisons that can come, you know, like they'll poison you through a glass like this, okay? And then, let's say, there's a poison. I drink it. I give you through, you drink it, right? And I excuse myself, I go to the toilet. Once I get in the toilet, I drink a medication which going to eliminate the poison in my body. Now you, since you drink without having that other medication, which was going to eliminate the poison in your body, you die. So for that reason, I think they need to check what really happened to Brigadier Ndlovu. But besides that, we want to know the truth. I feel so guys, I feel so pity about people who are in jail, those 5 suspects, because if they can deal with someone like a Brigadier Ndlovu, who's an officer, who was a free man outside of the jail, they eliminate him in a very easy way like this. What about those who are in jail? So obviously, Tefo Malisela was right after all. Tefo Malisela, he knew what he's saying. He said it very well. My witnesses are in danger. They've been receiving threat from the police. It not goes to the left or right. No, it just goes straight to the point. That no, my accused and the witnesses, all of them, they've been receiving threat from the police. The question, if you don't have nothing to do with SenzoMeyiwa's killing, why are you threatening all everyone that they have to go to the courts and try to... And the truth will always remain the truth. The truth is not like an escalator. So it will walk slow, but it's going to come out. And someone very soon is going to break out. You know, I was making this research again about people who are in the house. Kenny, Longwe, what. I just tried to make research, but I was more focused on the young one, not the mother. You know, I noticed that some of these people who are in the house, they have disappeared. on social media since that time. You said you did not kill SenzoMeyiwa. You said that you are not involved in SenzoMeyiwa's killing. You said that you are innocent. But how come all the suddenly you disappear from social media? I'm talking about, guys, if you have not noticed, start now. Go by one. Check them on the Instagram or Facebook, uh, wherever you guys know as a social media's platform. Check, you'll see that the only person who's more connected on social media is only Kenyukumalo. Obviously, I believe because she's a singer. But these other ones, they're also famous, isn't it? Go check nice. You'll see. Something is fishy somewhere there. Something. Aye. Hey, hey, bro. So let's wait and see. Very soon will be everything will come to the truth, and we'll get to see who's going to be free. But for me, I see some people getting fired from the work. Mhm. Some people will even resign. Like the no, guys, that is. I mean, we might laugh, but somehow deep down, it is killing us. So please, guys, like the video, give me your thumbs up. I'll really do appreciate. Support your brother by liking the videos. It is gonna do us very good. So let's wait and see. This week, how is it going to be in the court? Since Advocate Tefo Malisela had asked the court to resume. Let's hope they'll allow him, they'll accept it. And if they accept it, we'll take it from there. And that is it for today. Our time is up. And this is what we usually do on weekends. We sit down, we come live like this. We try to talk, we try to engage in the serious conversation. Where we do our analytics and commentaries about the actualities of the week. And obviously, this week was a very sad. Gadi made a case where the guy who was among the three suspects, uh, Lukele, yes. So the ANC, they disown him, like they had to let him go because the accusations that are against him, there's so much, and they don't feel like keeping him, otherwise it's gonna destroy the name of the ANC. So they had to let him go. They said that after all, he was just an an employee from the um he was working for ANC. So they had to let him go so that he can deal up with the whole court case, because otherwise it was gonna look like I believe EFF with Julius Malema, they were gonna start accusing ANC now, saying that okay, you guys, you killed someone, you did that, So to avoid all these things, they had to let him go. And yeah, I think that is the highlight, guys, I wanted to give to you. So my time is up. I wish I could have remained a little bit longer, but the time is up. Thank you so much. Like, thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Before you leave, please do me a favor, just subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are here, especially on SenzoMeyiwa case. We are here, we'll bring you all the updates on time. Yes, we'll bring you the best analytics, and we'll be giving you guys our WhatsApp numbers where you call, and you have to tell us also your thoughts. Yes, it is very important. Yes, I'll be giving you guys a WhatsApp number. When we come live like this, then you call, you tell us also what you know or what you think, because SenzoMeyiwa was for everyone. SenzoMeyiwa was loved by everybody. So therefore, I believe your point of view counts as well. So we'll create a WhatsApp number whereby you guys will call, and we can discuss, we can discuss about it. We do it once per week, every Saturday around this time. Then we discuss, you tell us what you think or your opinions. Yeah, we give our analytics, we comment, and we move on. So that's what we'll be doing. But for today, before you leave, subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss again this kind of the conversation that we're having. Also, most of important things, do give me your thumbs up, like this video as you are leaving, like the video, that will be much better. So be yourself, be kind, be good to everyone, have respect for everyone as well. It's very important. In order for you to be respected, you need to respect somebody as well. Keep yourself out of the trouble. Don't be like those people who are busy hiding Senzo. Senzo's killers. I'll see you again very soon, guys. For now, bye bye.